All right, guys. So, right, decline off of the high offered opportunity to open up long position, and it looks like there's a couple places that you could have done that right there. Or you could probably do it down here, and it looks like we've got that notable reversal out of the low with what appears to be a this appears to be a breakout right here. And we should see a pretty significant move upward here in the last hour of trading, or last 45 minutes, I should say. Hey, AV. And this translucent purple that we have here at the end of the day is correlation to the Princess of Wands. Hermes, go over here, buddy. I know. You just want to get comfy. We need to make you like a little seat or something here. Make you a little cushion so you can sit right here like a prince. Is it better now? Is the video still blurry, AV? It looks fine from the way that it's streaming is fine. Interesting. Huh. I wonder if it was like a smear on my camera. Hey B. B, is my video blurry? Don't eat that. Ugh, my God, Hermes. Such a paper muncher. Oh, I would say probably gonna push. Might already be in the midst of it looking at that move. But we should probably at least push 197, and then the next one after that would probably be, or sorry, 197.88, I should say, and then the next one after that would be, it would probably go to 200 if it broke through. Let's see. I'm looking at a daily. I should be looking at a monthly, sorry. Yeah, so this is a very, like, three pokes through the same price level, sharp decline kind of day. And then tomorrow's a big move higher. Do we see 200? I got a yes for that 200. It looks like we probably go higher than 200. But not much. Hey guys, does anybody else have an issue where my video is blurry? Because looking at my screen, it seems to be fine. Avi is saying that it's blurry, so I'm wondering if anybody else is having that issue. Is the low for Tesla in, or will there be a lower price level for Tesla next week? Look out for 2024 Tesla readings coming out pretty soon. If it didn't come out already. I kind of forget when I have them posted for sometimes. Look at that ace of discs right there, and we've got ace of discs. Where did I see ace of discs? It was on the last one. What were we just looking at? Apple had ace of discs on the 18th. We've got ace of discs on the 19th here. There might be something to do with economics that comes out, like news-wise, around the 18th, 19th. Something economic related that impacts the market in a negative way, I would presume, because we've got a lot of negative days in a lot of the charts. But as far as a lower price level, I think we probably met the low here. But we might revisit it. I think we probably revisit it. Yeah, so I think we probably have a lower price level on the 28th, though. I think it's probably the same price level here on the 20th. Yeah, Queen of Discs. That's my feeling. Hey, it was luck. Hey, Nadine. Glad to hear it, Nadine. AV, it's probably something on your end because Nadine is saying that the video is clear for her, and it looks to be clear for me. Especially if it's both the camera and the screen, it's probably on your end hardware wise, and it would make sense. It's Mercury retrograde kind of influence we're going into here. The funny thing about when electronics go like haywire at one end of retrograde, they almost always stop haywiring at the other end. Like if you don't bother to repair it, in some cases the issue will like disappear. If it appeared on one end of retrograde, it usually disappears on the other end. So for theta, last couple of weeks of this year, Okay, so a lot of volatility next week for Theta. Big move higher on Monday, pop and drop on Tuesday, brief peak that's easily missed, followed by a decline through multiple supports on Wednesday. A lot of price change and volatility around an important resistance level there on Thursday. And then the halting of a bullish trend marked by a sharp decline through key support on a multi-day scale there on Friday. So I think probably Thursday's bullish out of the decline from Wednesday. Thursday's bullish into a resistance, which is probably the high of the week at least. And then the following Monday, the 25th. Oh, it's weekend. Excuse me. So 23rd, we have volatility and a sharp drop that stands out in that period of volatility. 24th, an important bottom, an important trough on a multi-day scale there. '25th, a prominent move higher, followed by a full retracement of that move back down. Will break through a resistance on a multi-day scale, stay above it briefly, break back down with a full retracement. The 26th, there's a significant trade opportunity there, like a cash out opportunity or an opportunity around a support level on a multi-day scale. The 27th, we have a prominent peak on a multi-day scale that we sell off from pretty notably. 28th, we have a decline that started on the 27th, continues into the 28th, but ends on the 28th with a fast sudden move higher. And then that move higher continues pretty notably on the 29th, like reaching for a distant resistance. 30th, failed attempt to break through key resistance, decline through key support, and then a really notable decline on the 31st. Notable decline, probably the biggest decline out of all of the days that I've looked at, 31st. Hopefully that helps, Nadine. Could be your 10 trading view windows that are open. Might be. Hey, Proof. Hey, Robert. Hermes is napping. The general direction of algo remainder of this week. See, this is what annoys me. I don't understand this. I like to see things like... I like to see structure. I like to see like repetition. And by that I mean like if I look at one crypto on TradingView, like Bitcoin has a Bitcoin chart. Right? It just says Bitcoin chart. Right? But if I do algo... Oh, there's no algo chart. It's like algo. Okay, I'm mistaken. One of those days. Okay, so this is Algorand, and the remainder of the week. Yeah, overall for this week, I got the wealth card, so pretty significant move to the upside for the week. Overall, and it starts with sideways rotation, the wealth card, then establishing support, then a big move higher, and then sideways rotation, establishing support. So that's probably what we'll see over the next few days. Let's see if we continue higher first, though. So on the 15th, period of volatility ends with a fast sudden move higher. On the 16th, we establish support with sideways rotational on key support, and then there's a prominent move higher, standing out on a multi-day chart. On the 17th, we have bumping along resistance sideways, possibly breaking through resistance and continuing to bump along resistance sideways. On the 18th, erratic behavior back and forth through the same price level. In the midst of that erratic behavior, we should revisit a crest that was recently a past opportunity. 19th, there's a key resistance highlighted on a multi that we've met many times before and failed to break through. And then an overbought crest that we sell off from pretty notably through multiple support levels on the 20th. '21st, important price level highlighted that's important on like a year-to-date chart. Mixed sideways decline within a channel on the 22nd. 23rd, a rally that increases with momentum moving forward in time. Rally continues significantly to the upside on the 24th. On the 25th, sideways rotation along a key support. 27th, we have a decline that'll stand out on a multi-day scale, offering opportunity to open up a long position or close a short position. 27th, we have a U-shaped dip forming near the intersection of two perpendicular diagonal trend lines. 28th, a failed attempt to break through key resistance, decline through key support. 29th, we have that prominent trough again around the 29th, standing out on a multi-day scale. 30th, a notable rally along a diagonal trend line, breaking through horizontal resistance and meet a second resistance before pulling back to somewhere between those two price levels. And then a cash out opportunity with a lot of price change surrounding an important support level on the 31st. That's algo. Remainder of the year. Which day is the lowest next week? Which day is the lowest for SPY next week? So we have, I think, a new low on Wednesday and then a lower low on the 22nd. We might even open lower on the morning of the 26th, but then we would have a really big move to the upside if that took place. But I'd also be advised not to chase that rally higher. Oh, appreciate it, Ellen. Thanks. Much appreciated, much needed. Living on a prayer. Hi, how are you doing? You think altcoins will crash hard with Bitcoin in starting in February or March? Yeah, there's a pretty big move to the downside in algo. I don't see as sharp of a move here, but there are some indications of a decline. We've got a prominent trough in March there for Doge. Probably a pretty notable drop there as well towards the end of March. That was Libra Finance, Gala. Yeah, we got a pretty notable move in March to a trough in Gala. What did I leave out? Link. Not sure about Link, but it does look like it affects several altcoins. IWM next week, will it drop with S&P 500 or is it rotation? What a move. All right, so overall trend behavior throughout next week for IWM. Failed attempt to break through key resistance that we expect to break through, followed by a decline through previously established falsely established support. And then the last week of December, we have a decline that offers opportunity to open up a long position. It's a decline that will stand out on a multi-day scale. Monday, the 18th, we have a rally offering opportunity to open up a short position. Guys, look at this. Here and there's a Ace of Wands, and for IWM I got Princess of Wands. This is really this is probably it. We probably see the same high or a higher high here on the 18th, and then we start to decline in the remainder of the week. Little bit of chance maybe that we see it again on Tuesday, but after that, on Tuesday, the 19th, we have a sideways rotation that ends with a fast sudden move higher. On Wednesday, we have a significant trough standing out on a multi-day scale. Thursday, we have a decline offering opportunity to close a short position or possibly open a long position. Friday, we have a rally, but that rally ends on Friday as well. Following week on the 26th, we have the 25th off. On the 26th, there's a significant move higher, pushing the upper end of a range higher. So look, it does actually look like maybe we have a significant trough there, and then a big move to a peak, because that's what I'm seeing in S&P 500, and I'm pulling this for the 26th for IWM. 27th, look at this. What do we got on the 26th on S&P 500? We've got the abundance card. 27th for IWM, the abundance card. We're probably seeing like a new high, like a big move to a new high from a really notable low, if not a lowest low. And then on the 28th, an unexpected move higher. Oh, so that high on the 27th will form where we have a big move higher and then a full retracement of that move back down through the same price level. Unexpected move higher on the 28th. On the 29th, we have a brief peak that's easily missed, followed by a decline through key support. That's IWM, remainder of 2023. How does Doge look on the 21st? See, like, Doge, does Doge have one? I knew I wasn't going crazy. Like, that's just annoying. Like, if one crypto has it, then all of the other crypto charts, there should be that version as well. But there's no just Dogecoin version, right? I have to pick, like, one versus USD. and they stop at it starts at 2023. Like, what is going on here? Somebody needs to explain that to me because it's really aggravating. In any case, on the 21st, what? Why do you pick the 21st? I'm curious, Robert. How does Doge look on the 21st? An unexpected move higher, even in the face of seemingly overwhelming headwinds. Osmosis has 5 times in the last few months. I don't think I have Osmosis in the stock picker. I'll probably have to do like a part 4 stock picker because there's just so many. You're welcome, AV. Yeah, I know it says crypto. I just don't have I didn't have it in my list when I did the all pickers. See, like Osmosis has a chart for just Osmosis. So why doesn't Dogecoin have a chart for just Dogecoin? Does anybody else get aggravated by stuff like that? Like that really annoys me. Like this is supposed to be professional. Where's the chart? All the other ones have it. Why doesn't Doge? Really, really annoying. Um, doesn't look like a bad chart as of right now. Coming up on some important. This is an important price level that we're hitting actually right here. Pretty significant price level. Um, let's see. Would Osmosis be a buy? Well, does Osmosis drop with other alt? Does Osmosis drop around March? Sharply. I got a yes for that. Is it a good buy in the midst of that drop? Oh yeah, I got a pretty significant yes for that. It's a growth coin. Quad witching tomorrow, yeah. The overall trend direction of CVX throughout the remainder of December significantly higher. Hey, Prove, is BTC down, Ethereum up tomorrow? Oops. Yeah, it looks like it's down tomorrow. We probably visit these price levels around here. 41, 41, 41,454 roughly, or like 41,255 roughly. We were off by a day there. We had the high there was on the 9th. We had it for the 10th, 11th. I mean, technically, it's right there. We pretty much nailed that. And we had this early high on the third, fourth. Looks like we were off by a day there too, as well, because that ended up being high before this drop. Actually, no, we weren't off because there's this, and then we came down here, and then we went up. It's perfect. We had a trough on the 5th, ended up being on the 6th, 6th, 7th. That was pretty accurate, except it wasn't really a lowest low. It was a pretty significant low, not a lowest low. And then we had one on the 10th, ended up being on the 11th. One on the 13th, ended up being, well, 12th and 13th. We had one on the 12th and the 13th, and also the sharp, sharp drop on the 11th. We nailed that. Nailed that. Okay, so tomorrow we should see a notable move higher, but we're probably open based on what I'm seeing here. So it's possible that we see, what time is this here? This was at one. Oh, okay. So I think that's probably what this trough was right here, the sharp drop and then back. And we should see more movement to the upside, probably significantly. We might drop a little beforehand, or we just go up from here. Either way, there's a significant move higher on the 15th, and I think it probably continues into the 16th. But be mindful of the 16th because it's a fake out, especially towards the end of the day. There will be a significant move to a crest at the end of the day. The following day, we revisit an important support level. Yeah. I guess in certain regards, I am a perfectionist. It's funny though, like other things, like they just go. Whew. I see the big, big picture. Sometimes I miss the details, or the other way around. Will Chinese stocks also drop next 2 weeks? Yes or no? Actually, let's do this. What's the overall trend direction for Chinese stocks over next week? It's erratic back and forth behavior. Revisit a crest that's recently a past opportunity in the midst of that erratic behavior. Probably a lot of volatility. And then the following week, the halting of a bullish trend marked by a sharp decline through key support. Oh, it's part of Cosmos. Hmm. I don't know how I feel about ATOM in 2024 anyways. This is before I did cross-reading congruencies for them, so I'm going to have to go back and do cross-reading congruencies on that. Yeah, so it looks like there's probably a fake out on a multi-year scale towards the end of the year in 2024. Yeah, we're right there at the end of the year, just a fake out. There's also one here near the low. It looks like near a low. It looks like fake out at that low as well. Fake out at that low as well. Interesting. So guys, when I label these blue things, just so there's no like confusion, like if it says like it's the high for like the 10-year reading, it doesn't necessarily mean that there's a high for the 10-year period right where that card appears. It's really important to understand that. What? What just happened? What the heck? Yeah, okay. So on the sequence of events on the 10-year, we've got the halting of a bullish trend at the beginning of 2024 and then this peak that forms towards the end of 2024, which I think is probably also some sort of fake out because it looks like we go lower in 2025. Interesting. Right, like I'm notating that its appearance is here, but that doesn't. I'm not notating that the high for the 10-year period is specifically going to happen there. I'm just notating it because when you see it, you will see it often when the high like appears in the same reading. That card will appear in that reading, not necessarily right at that moment in time. But it's interesting that it's near an Ace of Swords here. And interesting that we have the adjustment card here near the lows. Anyhow, just taking a look at it again. What's the overall trend direction for coin next week? I know, Hermes. We're gonna go soon, buddy. I'm gonna roll after this question, guys. Hermes he ate a lot of food this morning and he's gotta go. Poor guy. He's so patient. He's such a good boy, Hermes. What was I looking at? Coin, right? Look out for the 2024 coin reading that's coming out relatively soon, too. So we have highs here in November. It looks like we just missed it. It ends up being here. I mean, actually, it was a high in November, but it just went higher in December. And the last couple of weeks of December look pretty bullish. Coin is definitely one that I feel strongly bullish about over a period of time. So we have new highs in coin next week. Move higher through resistance and break back down through the same price level. Brief peak that's easily missed on Monday. A decline that ends with a fast sudden move higher on Tuesday. Decline increasing with momentum on Wednesday. Looks like we probably have a new high on Thursday. And then a rally that increases with momentum on Friday. Hey, Weird Thomas. Do I think AVAX, I should say, will crash hard in February or March? It's went up a lot. It was $8 now, around $40. Let's see what my AVAX reading says. I haven't looked at AVAX in a while. Avalanche. Oh my god, so annoying. Yes, thank you. See what I mean? Why doesn't Dogecoin have one? That makes no sense. It's like going to a McDonald's and this McDonald's doesn't have Big Macs. Like, wouldn't you be like, what the hell? Don't go to McDonald's, so. Oh, what a move. What a move. This is one of the very early ones that I did, so I probably missed a lot here. It's like that fortune card I missed. It could indicate a highest high. And then these ruins right here, clearly. This stone, this ruin here can indicate highest highs. Looks like I missed those on the AVX. But I got a high in August. Ended up being in July. And I have a high in May. Ended up being in April. Opportunity in the midst of a significant move higher in March to open up a short position. Look at that. It went all the way into April, actually, but we had the lowest low first thing in the year in January. And then we have a trough here in September, but I don't have it marked off as the lowest low. I just have September, October, prominent trough. And there's a prominent trough there. I also have a prominent peak in December. I just don't have it marked off as a highest high. So not that awful of a reading, but you know, it's I've learned so much since that time. So much since that time. But basically what I predicted was pretty solid. Give plus or minus weeks of wiggle room. So I'm looking at Ethereum. But it's going to be pretty similar. Ethereum, I couldn't pick the highs. Okay, so we've got a high here, AVAX, and I did the same thing. I missed it, but the Princess of Swords could indicate a high. We had a breakout here in October, right? That's that victory card breakout there. And then there's a pretty sharp drop there. I have lows on the cusp of January, February. Looks like it was in January. And then I have lows again September, October, with a high in November. And then that Princess of Swords, which is a lot of price level into or out of important resistance. And you can see how that's taking place. We also had a prominent low in July. You could see it was the lowest low thus far in July. So we had that as well. So do I think it'll crash? I think the question is, will it crash in February, March too? I wonder if I don't think I have an AVX 2024 completed, but let me see. Oh, wow, it is completed. Wow. Okay. So then why don't I have a reading for it? What is going on here? Let me check that on my tracker. Oh no, I have it marked off as it just needs to be recorded. Um there's a pretty sharp drop in the end of March into April, from March into April. And it looks like a pretty good reversal and then another sharp drop. If you're looking for a place to buy into AVAX, probably August. Well, maybe April and August. Hey, Tabriz. All right, last question, then I'm rolling. Do I think ING will hit $50 by February, April? I think ING's another one I don't have an altcoin picker. Jeez, I'm so sorry about the coughs, guys. Don't do it. Oh no. Oh no. Is it Injective Protocol or it's ING? It's IN. Or I keep saying G. I mean J. INJ. Okay. Do I think it'll hit $50 by February, April? I have a yes for that. All right, and with that said, guys, I'm going to roll. Thank you so much for watching. And as far as the lives, the remainder of the year, guys, I'm gonna do my best to be on 2 a day, but there's a lot of 2024 readings that need to be completed before the end of the year. So I may end up alternating between days. So like if you don't see me on in the morning, that definitely means I'll be on in the afternoon. But I might alternate between morning and evening. So we'll see. Thanks for watching, my friends. As always, make sure to follow that rule of karma. You do so here on the resources tab of our website, Tarot for Traders. 5% of the profits should be donated forward to a charity. 5% of the profits back to the channel leaves you at 90%. Make sure to spend that 90% out of love. Following those rules, you're following the rule of karma for the channel. The universe considers you an angel investor. It's going to send it back to you tenfold. Blessings.